let's talk about traditional Chinese medicine. You know, for a lot of us, that phrase brings up images of like ancient, dusty books and all these mysterious herbs. It can feel like a total jumble of weird, disconnected ideas. But what if I told you that underneath all of that complexity, there's a system that's actually stunningly simple and logical? Well, in this explainer, we're going to peel back all those layers and show you the elegant operating system that's running the whole show. So yeah, which one is it? Is TCM really just a random pile of old folk remedies that happen to work sometimes? Or is it a truly coherent, elegant system? The source material we're digging into today makes a really powerful case for the second one. It suggests that once you get your head around one single foundational concept, the entire system just clicks into place with perfect logic. And this right here is the central idea, the key. See, TCM isn't about memorizing thousands of herbs and acupuncture points. It's a system of order revolving around qi. That's it. Understanding what qi actually is, that's the master key to the whole thing. Okay, so to really get what qi is, we have to think a little bigger than just medicine for a minute. The ancient thinkers who came up with this system, they weren't just looking at sick people. They were trying to figure out the fundamental operating principles of, well, the entire universe. So what is qi? Let's forget all the mystical, floaty ideas for a second. The easiest way to think about it is like this. Qi is the dynamic order of existence itself. It's not a thing, it's the reason things move and change and function. It's the engine of life, the software code for your metabolism. It's what our source calls the dynamic chassis of everything. Simple, right? Without qi, nothing moves, nothing changes, nothing lives. And qi isn't just one monolithic thing. It shows up in 4 different ways. First, you've got movement. That's the engine that makes your blood flow and your lungs breathe. Then there's transformation. That's the process that turns the food you ate into actual energy. Third is resonance. This is the interconnected network, the reason your emotions can literally affect your digestion. And finally, there's trajectory. That's life's arrow of time, the reason we grow and age. Being healthy, it just means these 4 faces of qi are all working together in harmony. Okay, so let's bring this down from the universe to you. If qi is the operating system for everything, how does it actually build a person? This is where the holistic view of Chinese medicine really starts to make sense. And this is such a crucial point. You're not just a collection of organs in a bag of skin, right? From this perspective, you are an integrated, complete living body. Every single part is connected to every other part, because it's all just a different expression of qi. And this isn't just some nice philosophy. It's the bedrock principle for how you diagnose and treat things. This idea of a complete system is built on 4 layers that you can't separate. You've got the material body, that's the physical stuff, your bones, your blood. Then there's the spiritual body, your thoughts, your feelings, your awareness. Underpinning all that is your life source. Think of it like your body's deep cycle battery, the energy you're born with. And finally, there's your nature and destiny, the unique genetic blueprint you inherited. Real health isn't just about having a healthy liver. It's about making sure all 4 of these layers are in sync. So, if everything is about qi, and a person is this complex, 4-layered system, how in the world do you figure out what's wrong? I mean, you can't just see qi with a microscope. This is where TCM got really clever and developed an amazing set of tools to read the body's language. But first, we have to get this distinction straight. It's so important. Concepts you might have heard of, like yin-yang or the 5 elements, they're not the territory itself. They are the map. They aren't literal, physical forces or substances out there. They're a symbolic language, a framework for modeling how she is behaving. They're incredibly brilliant diagnostic tools, but that's what they are, tools. And that brings us to the core diagnostic logic, which is basically a simple 3-step algorithm. First, the practitioner observes the image. They look at the visible patterns, like what your tongue looks like or the quality of your pulse. Second, they apply the number. They use those mapping tools like yin and yang to give those patterns some structure. And from that model, they can finally grasp the principle, the actual root cause of the qi imbalance. See, it's a logical, repeatable process that goes from observation straight to a conclusion. Okay, so you've used this logical framework, you've found the root imbalance. Now what? What's the goal of any treatment? Well, the answer is just incredibly simple and honestly beautiful. That's it, to achieve balance. This is the highest guiding principle. It's not about attacking a disease or destroying a virus or suppressing a symptom. The entire goal is just to restore the natural, smooth, balanced flow of qi. everything they do is designed to gently nudge the body's own systems back to where they're supposed to be, in harmony. And all the different methods are just different ways to get to that one goal. So herbs, they're seen as coded instructions that tell your qi how to move. Acupuncture, that's like flipping a physical switch to redirect the flow. Tu-na massage uses outside force to smooth out any blockages. And something like Qigong uses your own focus to rebuild that flow from the inside. 4 different tools, one single purpose: restore balance. So let's just quickly recap the core logic we've walked through. 1, everything is just a manifestation of qi. 2, a person is a complete 4-layer system built from that qi. 3, the diagnostic tools are just a language to help us read the state of that qi. And 4, all treatment is about one thing: restoring the balanced flow of qi. When you lay it out like that, it's a remarkably clear and coherent system, isn't it? And this really creates a huge shift in perspective. The whole approach isn't about fighting some external enemy called disease. It's about finding the bugs in your body's own internal operating system and just helping it reboot to its optimal, balanced state. And that leaves us with one last thought to chew on. We usually think of health as the absence of something bad. No cancer, no cold, no pain. But what if that's looking at it completely backward? What if true health isn't an absence at all, but an active, dynamic, harmonious presence, the presence of flow?